LCE performance Audi RS4 B9. I think many girls will like this car. It's going in, left, then back here again. Suspension is really. What's up guys, welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Martin and today I am taking a look at this LCE performance Audi RS4 B9 in southern Germany. Beautiful, near Lake Constance. LCE, Lake Constance Engineering. So the Audi RS4 B9, we've driven the stock one, we've driven one with a ECU remap, and they are not really that impressive. We were not impressed with the stock car at all. It was lacking sound, lacking performance. Driving was okay, but nowhere near, for example, an M3. So a lot of work has to be done. And LCE agreed with us, and they did a lot of work on this car and transformed it into something unbelievable. Now let's start with these wheels. These are BBS wheels, special Nürburgring edition wheels. As you can see, little Nürburgring logo right there. These are 20-inch and these are 295 section, as you can see, really wide all round, and that's to make sure 640 horsepower, 800 Newton meters are transferred to the road without any loss. As you can see, it also sits really low, and that's because of a KW suspension kit, which is amazing. It's amazing to drive, but I'll show you in the review. It's comfortable, it's dynamic, it's everything. It's a perfect setup, way better than the stock one. Now we also have a Miltech exhaust. It's not all good news because this I just don't like. I mean, it looks pretty damn cheap, I have to say. It just doesn't look good. The quality, the metals, the bolts, it all looks a bit like it's 7 years old or something like that. It's a bit disappointing, I have to say. I do really like the look of this Audi RS4. It's a bit inconspicuous, under the radar, no badges. We do have an inventory badge, and I'll show you why that badge is on there. Yes sir, because it has an inventory kit. Wow, nobody figured that out. Jesus Christ. Man, you have to be like an Olympic weightlifter to do this. Luckily I am. Okay, here we have it. Full carbon fiber Venturi intake kit. What a weird way to process intake air. It's going in, left, then back here again and into the engine. This is the 2.9 liter V6 bi-turbo that Audi co-developed with Porsche. Stock 450 horsepower, 600 Newton meters, and this one 640 horsepower and 800 Newton meters, so it's a big difference. Now, how did they do that? This is not just an issue remap. The two intercoolers have been replaced for two big ass Wagner units. The turbos have been replaced for really large ones, and the downpipes have been replaced for 200 cell units. That all comes to a 0 to 100 time of 3.4 seconds. I measured this against 4.1 for the stock car. So it's really fast and not loud, but I'll show you in the video. Okay, let's close this up. Walk around it once more. So, what do you think, guys, of the looks of this car? I think the BBS and the lowered KW suspension kit do give the car a much more aggressive look, which I like. But all in all, it's nowhere near as cool as an Audi RS6. Doesn't have a wide body, but I guess I still kind of like it. Okay, let's start it up. Put it in dynamic mode. Shut up. As you can see, normally with an Audi RS4, the red line starts at about here, just a little after 6,500 RPM. Now we can do 7.5, and that's because of the bigger turbos that need more RPM to really deliver their full pressure. So that's really, really cool. Okay, let's get driving. So here we are on the Autobahn. Let me show you what an upgrade this thing actually is. Kick down. It is quite wet, but the magnificent Audi Quattro system really makes sure that we have all the grip in the world, even with this kind of power. Oh man, this is seriously quick. And I love how quiet it is. It may sound a bit strange, but we're used to very highly tuned Audi RS6s that are super loud, and this isn't, and I actually really like it. It's a inconspicuous, under the radar supercar killer, and it's disguised as a family wagon. Suspension is really good. This is a KW set, and it's absolutely perfect. It's comfortable, it's, I don't know, it gives me confidence to go fast in this. It really does. And in combination with the silent assassin character of this car, it's absolutely insane. What I don't like are these brakes. They are a bit underpowered, I have to say. I just did some braking from like 280 to 100, and if you do that like two to three times, they're dead basically. Also did a launch in completely wet conditions, and it was absolutely insane how well it got off the line. Let me show you. Got a nice semi-dry patch over here, so let's try it. As you know, we can do 100 on these B roads in Germany, so there's a car behind us, but let me show you this. Build up, there come the big turbos, and it's gone. Absolutely gone. That was a bit too fast, sorry. Shouldn't do that. We have the Autobahn for that. But I really like the car, the way it's been built. The guys over at LCE Performance said, well, we're not happy with the sound we have at the moment, and I get that. You have a Miltech exhaust, you have a different 300 cell downpipe. You expect it to be really nice. We've had a few Audi RS4s, Audi RS5s with decat downpipes, and they sounded like a freaking Nissan GTR. They really did. This doesn't. But I think it also contributes to the silent assassin character of this car currently. It's flippin' fast. Just have a look at 100 to 200 times stock versus LCE performance. It's absolutely insane. And that was always the problem with the Audi RS4 B9. Its performance was a bit lacking. It's not really impressive if you start measuring the performance. 0 to 100 it's okay, but 100 to 200 is a complete letdown, if you ask me. You do hear that the Miltech exhaust isn't the most high quality one. It's also not the most expensive one, but you hear some rattles, you hear some unnice sounds. I'm going to call it unnice. Oh, let's try that gearbox. Oh, because you need nice gearbox for roads like these. You do have less power low down than with a stock RS4, but that's just what happens if you put big turbos on a car. What a nice road. It's completely empty too. Haven't found a great patch for my 0 to 100 measurement, but I'm not hating this. It's difficult to really use the 640 horsepower in the twisties, but cool. What a nice road. It can do this no problem, but you do notice that the gearing, the ratios have been set up for Autobahn stuff and not for these narrow cornering. Oh, you do hear that there's a great sound hiding somewhere. Oh, I like this car, I really do. As a family car, which I always have like a performance car and a family car, I would love this as my family car. Just have the dogs in the back, 2 kids in the back, the wife. You know, she doesn't like obnoxious cars that are just loud all the time. For her, this car is absolutely perfect, I think. Not to say that it's a girl's car, but hey, I think many girls will like this car. Bit of wheel spin there. Go past him. Ah, that's 3.95, just at 3.85 in completely wet conditions. It does take time to build up. The RS4 doesn't have real launch control, it's just a fancy brake launch, and if you tune a car, it's not very nice to do that, so I'm not going to. But all in all, I absolutely love this LCE performance Audi RS4. It's super capable, finally. It's the best 2.9 liter V6 bi-turbo powered car I've ever driven. It's really, really nice, because don't forget, many Porsches also have this engine and they have the same problem. Performance is just, it needs a bit of help, and LCE performance, oh, you need to go in here, right? Okay. Offers that little extra that this engine needs in terms of hardware, in terms of tuning, and they've done a great job, guys. Okay, after the most terrible turnaround ever in history, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like this video, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.